G'day everyone, thanks for tuning in. I figured with everything that's going on in the world at the moment, with all the runs being cancelled, I'd do a quick video just about what to do at the moment with like if your run has been cancelled or postponed. So at the moment, a lot of runners, I know I'm in that same boat where you feel a little bit deflated because everything you've been working for the last few months has just gone out the window, and it's something that's beyond your control. It's not like you've gone out and got yourself injured or gone and done something silly where you basically put yourself out of the running. This is completely out of our control, and the runs have been cancelled. So you got that feeling where for the last few months you've been working your ass off, and now it's all been for nothing. So I just want to kick it off and say that the first thing to realize is that all that training that you've put in for the last few months, that hasn't been wasted. It's all there. It's all ready to go when the chance comes around. Everything you've been doing for the last few months has been improving your fitness, your stamina, your speed, your form, whatever it is you've been working on specifically, as well as just your general fitness. It hasn't gone to waste. It's still there. It's not like you tipped it all in the bin and just walked away. But everything is there. It's going to be ready to go when you need it to go. The big thing to realize now is that even though you don't have a goal to train for, because unless you want to pick something next year to train for, if you're like me, you need something a little bit closer, is to make sure you maintain your fitness. You spent months, you've probably been doing this for a long time, where you've got that routine. You still do your long runs, you still do your sessions, you still do your, it might be a 60-minute jog or a hill session, those sorts of things. You need to basically keep that routine. So sticking to that routine, it's going to help you get through this. You can use this as a chance to take a break. But when I say take a break, I don't mean just sit on the couch and watch movies. It's a chance for you to back off and let your body actually recover from what could be months or of training and dealing with that sort of fatigue and muscle fatigue and everything that's in there. So you could use it now to maybe, instead of doing a few moderate runs or a big hill session, those sorts of things, you can dial them back a little bit, use your chance to recover, and then keep your fitness where you were when all this came about. So for me, I was 2 weeks out from doing my goal run. So I was ready to go. I was in the process of tapering down, working at reducing my case to get ready to go. And now that's not there. So for me, I want to maintain my fitness where I am and still let my body recover. So I've been training for a long time, and I've rolled quite a few big goals into each other where I've just had a week off and then straight into the next one. So for me, the next few weeks, I'm going to just relax, a few light runs. I'm going to stick to doing my same routine. So if it says I'm supposed to do a 60-minute run, I'm going to do that. But I'm just going to pull the pace back that little bit, because I do want to recover. I have got a few niggles that I want to address. So they're going to be my priority now, is looking after those niggles, helping them recover, helping them heal, making sure they do get a full recovery. So when all the events are announced, when they can actually start running, that we can actually just, switch on and do, say, an 8-week program and hit the goal running. Pun intended, not intended, whatever. Whereas if you just sort of dial everything back, you could lose your fitness. And then when they do announce when all the events are on, you might have to spend 4 or 5 weeks getting back to where you were, and then start your 10-12 week program, depending what it is you do. So you want to try and avoid that. So I've seen with others, like for a while they were going to do it now, they were ready to go. I've seen, so some people are saying that they're still going to go and run their marathon. It's just they're going to do it at the local park or go out the forest and do it there and train and finish their training off, so they still get an end to the result of all their training. Well, that's a good idea, and you will get a lot of good satisfaction out of it. And if you're going to do that, I hope it really goes well for you. But I just want to say too that you had a goal in something that would be quite huge, and that's been taken away. So even if you go out and do, say, a marathon run around the local park, or go to one of your forest trails, you'll still get satisfaction out of it, but it won't be the same. And it will also be a lot slower than what it was like, especially if you were planning on doing a road race. It's going to be a lot slower because you're not going to have someone who you can drop in beside and use them to pace. You don't have all the atmosphere and everything of the day when you got the people on the side of the streets and you got all the other runners around you, and that's what helps you push through. So I know for myself, I can go out and do a slow run at 5:45, but come the day of marathon, I'll go out and sit on 5:30s, which I normally wouldn't do, but I'm able to do that because I know it's time to, I can push myself knowing that I'm going to spend the next couple of weeks recovering. And you drop down onto someone else who's similar pace, and sticking with them helps you forget about the Ks, cruise through, and you pace off of them. So the satisfaction and the actual end result will be different to if you go out and just do it yourself. So if that's what you're going to do, then by all means do that. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just pointing out that the satisfaction you get out of it will be different. So do that. You can always get your friends to go out and help you on the side, so you've got sort of drink stations and all that sort of thing. But we are supposed to be isolating, so whether you're going to be able to find people to help you do that as well. So you could be doing a marathon solo and just having stuff left along the path somewhere. One of the things I would say for now is just adapting your routine to match your surroundings. So I know where I am, we're not totally isolated. We're able to go out for a run still. We can't run in groups, so no running with your mates and that sort of thing, or rolling up to run club. But you can still get out and go for a run. So go out, enjoy the open air, get some fresh air. Certainly beats sitting around in the house. Just stick to that routine. You've built some really good habits with sticking to the training that you've been doing. So sticking to that routine, just adjust it to get you through this period. It's also a good time to get out and work on any areas of the form or anything you might have wanted to do. So I know I'm working on changing my form, but a few weeks out from the marathon, I don't want to do that. Whereas when I was 10, 12 weeks out, I'm more than happy to alter a few things with my running style. So now I can go back and I can address those and keep pushing on with that. Might be that you want to do more hill work, or get used to running trails that because you're normally on roads, or all that sort of stuff. So use this time to adjust that, and I guess building everything you've already got, and just keep improving. You don't have to run yourself ragged into the ground and build up all that fatigue from training, that you get over months and months. So keep an eye on that, and I guess in yourself you should know where you're at. Some people are used to doing massive Ks, so for them this will be great. They're just going to keep doing massive Ks and they'll just adjust accordingly. Other people, knocking out 80k weeks is not normal, when they might be doing say like 50, 60k weeks. So dialing it back that little bit, that will help, and it will just help everything recover and get you ready to start a program again when it comes around. For me, I'm going to adjust back to roughly where I'd be sort of 5-6 weeks into a program. So I'll still be doing 50-ish, 60Ks a week. But the speed will be altered so I can address my niggles, and my long runs will still be hopefully, 15, 20Ks, depending, just want to let those injuries heal. But it means that when the events do get announced again and that something's coming around, that you can actually pick something that's 8 weeks out, knowing that you will be ready to go when those 8 weeks are up. Maybe even sooner, 6-8 weeks out. At this stage, there's runs being cancelled and postponed all the time. Like every day I hop on and see something else is cancelled and they're going further and further out. There's a lot of uncertainty, so I'm reluctant to pick another goal. I've been told my run's been rescheduled to the end of August, so that's great, and I'll keep that in mind, but I'll worry about that a lot closer to the date than I will now. I don't need 5 months to get ready. So got to keep all that in mind. And the problem with everything now is I had another goal for later on in the year, which that is now going to be 3 weeks after my other run. So I'm not going to be doing a marathon back to back unless I want to just cruise one as a training run and then turn up 3 weeks later and run it properly. But I want to know that I went to these events and actually ran a good run, and not just coast through like a Sunday picnic. I want to actually go there and push it out and try and get a good time. And I also can't help myself get white line fever, so when it comes to race, even though I'm not there to win it, I still push harder than I should. So I know I won't be able to do that and do 2 marathons back to back. So I now have to pick which one it is I want to target and build on that. And a lot of other people are saying, so all the world majors are all being rescheduled, so they're all now September, October, and over the top of each other. So there's going to be a lot of people with their goal runs having to decide what it is they want to choose, and maybe forego one. I think a lot of races, I know mine's doing it, where if this year doesn't suit, you can transfer it to next year. So look into that and weigh up your options and work out what it is you wish to do. So what we're seeing at the moment with all the runs being cancelled, it's quite unprecedented. There's a lot of pressure on the race directors and a lot of disappointment from the runners as well. Race directors, they really want to get the event through and not just cancel the event and bring it back next year. So they're doing what they can to try and roll it over so it's sometime later in the year. A lot of the runners, yes, we're a little bit down, but it will pass. It's probably, for a lot of people, it's not the first time that we've had to miss out on a run due to an injury or something beforehand. It does suck that this time it's something that's not of our own doing. But at this stage, I just advise everyone to stick with your routine, keep those really good habits that you've already got of getting out and doing your runs. I've seen some people where they don't want to go outside at all, so they've been doing runs in the backyard. I've seen a few where they've actually done an ultra in the backyard, and that's fantastic. Like, that's incredible mental strength to be able to do that sort of a thing. Knocking out 50 k's by running laps in your backyard. Admire their dedication. That's some serious work. So yeah, at the moment, just make do with whatever you are able to do. Make sure you keep working on yourself, and take this time to address any issues that you want to actually address. It won't be forever. Very soon there'll be all the runs being opened again, and it'll be back to normal, and we're able to get back out there and run with all our friends and pick those goals and work towards them. So, but yeah, I just really wanted to get out and do that video because I know a lot of people are down because they're sort of struggling now with the being in a slump due to having the goal taken away from them. And I just want to, it's not the end of the world. It's going to come back around again. So get ready to go. A few weeks will come past, everything will be open, and we'll be able to start picking our runs again. So keep that in mind and maintain that fitness so you're ready to go when the time comes. You can pick a new goal and go straight at it. I know for myself, once I've got a goal, I'm a lot more motivated to get out and run. So at the moment, for me, I'm just loving getting out, running with my dog, and just enjoying being able to do what it is I enjoy doing. So they haven't taken that away from us yet, still being able to get out. So, do that. Get out when you can, as long as you're allowed in your area. And stay safe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all again next week. See ya.